Welcome back and thanks for joining us again. If you haven't seen our introduction video, please go ahead and check that out. It'll explain the scope of our project. This video will discuss the history, technology, feasibility, and impact the Hyperloop has. Before we begin, you will need basic information on the Hyperloop. The Hyperloop consists of a semi-vacuum tube to reduce friction and increase speed. There will be 3 capsules per train in the tube. Each capsule will hold approximately 6 to 8 passengers and reach projected speeds of 600 miles per hour. Now we will discuss the history of this concept.
So in 2013, Elon Musk made the idea popular again by publishing writings based on the theory of the Hyperloop and was actually able to get support through the Obama administration.
Elon Musk has become the face of this technology in the Western world. He founded the Boring Company to develop infrastructure for this Hyperloop and other similar concepts. BMW Motors and the Virgin Group are just a couple of the large companies that have funded the project.
Alright, although we touched briefly on it in the introduction, I'm here to talk about the technology that's associated with the Hyperloop. So the Hyperloop is a rail system that runs and operates through a semi-vacuum tube in which where capsules will actually levitate off the rail due to electromagnets. The semi-vacuum is created in order to reduce air resistance of the capsule, allowing for less energy to power the vehicle, therefore allowing it to be propelled at higher speeds. So the speed of the Hyperloop is estimated to travel about 600 miles per hour, and on the right hand of the screen here we have a little diagram displaying some of the technologies in the capsules that are associated with the Hyperloop.
Test runs of the Hyperloop are constantly going on. SpaceX, another derivative of Elon Musk's large companies, holds a yearly competition for universities to compete in developing the fastest Hyperloop sleds. Investors from Dubai are hopeful to have an operational Hyperloop by the year 2020.
Alright, so diving into one of the real reasons that we actually created this report and are making these videos is to understand the feasibility and the real world applications of these projects. So when we were researching the Hyperloop, some of the questions that we had were the extreme costs and the safety concerns. So regarding costs, it's only been projected to cost about $6 billion to complete the route from San Francisco, California to Los Angeles, California. When we compare that to the current high-speed rail in California, the total budget of the project had increased upwards of $1 billion, while the initial budget was only set to be $40 billion for a similar distance as the Hyperloop. So another main question we had was how this project will be paid for. The conceptual phase of all companies has been privately funded, yet as the project becomes increasingly more realistic, forms of payment are often overlooked. Suggestions have been made to provide a joint payment plan of private and public funding, yet further details were not provided on our own research.
There are many ways the Hyperloop can impact society. One of these ways is people can live a few hours from work and still have a relatively short commute. It will ultimately result in faster travel times. A trip from LA to San Francisco could potentially drop to 30 minutes.
So in conclusion of this video, the Hyperloop project is actually well on its way to becoming our next major form of transportation. And aside the autonomous vehicle, this is well needed since there has been no major revolutions in the transportation industry within the last 100 years. And although many concerns come to mind with the project idea, the questions that we have formulated in this presentation have been created on the basis that little information was given about them. And this is because that the Hyperloop and the rapid transit is a relatively new technology and does require some years of research to provide all information that's needed for construction.